Hi everyone. I want to first start out by reciting what most of us know to be the traditional marriage vow. I found a version of a traditional marriage vow online at focusonthefamily.com. Quote unquote, I take thee to be my wedded wife or husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. Now, I'm sure most of us have heard this vow, but today I would like to talk about specifically what it means to cherish someone. As I was thinking about the traditional marriage vows, the word cherish really stood out to me. And the reason why this word struck me is because I've recently gone through a major sad event in my life. As some of you are aware from my last few videos, I have candidly shared with that my ex-husband, who's my best friend, has been struggling with the battle against cancer. Well, unfortunately, just recently, on the afternoon of August the 14th, he lost his battle with cancer and passed away. So I'm in the painful process of grieving, and I'm slowly healing and working through all my emotions. And as I'm experiencing the incredible pain and loss of my best friend, I've learned and realized firsthand what it means to not only love someone, but what it means to cherish someone who you love dearly. So what does it mean to cherish, and how do we cherish someone we love? According to Cambridge Dictionary Online, cherish is defined as to love, protect, and care for someone or something that is important to you. In this video, we're going to discuss how to cherish someone you love by the spelling of the word cherish. C-H-E-R-I-S-H. C for caring deeply. Caring deeply for someone means acknowledging and taking your loved one's feelings to heart. What matters to them matters to you. If they are hurt or suffering, you care enough to try and ease their pain. You care deeply about finding ways to care for them in all ways to improve their quality of life, which can mean physically or emotionally. By physically, it may mean providing them comfort. As an example, if your loved one is stressed, maybe offer to rub their back or do a neck massage. Or if your loved one is sick with a cold, maybe it's bringing them a nice warm blanket and make homemade chicken soup to nourish their bodies. By emotionally, it may be simply just turning off your phone, TV, or music and giving your loved one your undivided personal attention to talk about whatever is bothering them, and then taking the time to patiently let your loved one express or vent their feelings. It's valuing and understanding their emotions so you can offer words of encouragement, clarity, or just provide a big hug to soothe their mind. These are just some ways to cherish someone you love by showing you care deeply. H for hugging deeply. Hugging deeply means not just a casual, light, quick hug, but a long, warm, inviting, huge hug that lets your loved one know they are safe and protected in your arms. It's intentionally making the time to physically connect with your partner frequently during the day to show your devotion and love. It's a great way to express to your partner the love and gratitude in your heart. Hugging deeply is a heartfelt way to cherish someone you love. E for enjoying deeply. Enjoying deeply is being 100% present when you're with your partner. It's being totally engaged, mind, body, and soul, in the time spent with your loved one. With the modern technology of our cell phones, TV, and distractions with social media, music, and various entertainment, it's easy for us to get distracted and not make the proper time each day to be fully engaged with our partner and enjoying deeply those special moments that make beautiful memories for a lifetime. We should never take time for granted. All of us are here for only a certain amount of time. By enjoying deeply the precious time shared with your loved one, it's a lovely way to treasure your time and to cherish your partners. This one kind of hits home with me, folks. I don't know if I've shared this with all of you, but I was married to my ex-husband for 15 years, and we've actually known each other for 33 years, because we did remain in touch as very good friends even after our divorce. So 33 years is a long time to know somebody, and all that time, when we all spend time with people, we don't think about the possibility that your time could be up or their time could be up. So we kind of all take each other for granted, and we think, tomorrow's gonna have, there'll be a tomorrow. There'll always be a tomorrow, right? And while it's a fact that there always will be a tomorrow, but there's no guarantee that us or our loved ones are going to be there tomorrow. And so after this painful event that's happened to me, there's so many thoughts that come through my mind, and I just wish I could have enjoyed our friendship more. On a real deep level, not just calling, like we would talk twice a month, right? Every other week I'd call him, see how things are going, and catch up on life. And I always felt that he'd always be there, right? We'd always be friends with each other, and I could call every other week and he'd be there. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that he'd come down with a terminal illness, and then having to deal with the fact that now our friendship is not going to be a forever thing. I mean, well, obviously we are going to be in our hearts, we'll be friends forever in our hearts. But as far as in life and on earth, it's not going to be a forever. It's a definitive time. And so I'm still working through a lot of emotions, and I can tell you that cherish is something that I think all of us have taken for granted. To love and to cherish, we all know what to love is, right? But I don't think any one of us has really taken the time to really think about what cherish means and how to cherish those around us that we love. So enjoying deeply is something that I wish I would have done more. Anyway, okay, R for remembering deeply. Remembering deeply is always thinking of your loved one in all the wonderful moments and memories shared. It's never forgetting those special times or unique words that have touched your heart. No matter what you're doing or wherever you are, it's keeping your partner close to your heart. Thinking of them often brings a smile to your face and warms your heart. It's taking time out to regularly talk to your partner and reminisce of all the good times you've had together. Remembering deeply will go a long way to cherishing someone that you love. Remembering deeply is really special too. I think for those of us, if you are with your loved one, I would invite you all to take some time, maybe once a month, just sit with your partner quietly and just go over all the wonderful memories that you guys shared, or even the special ones, or just maybe talk about the special memories that you both have shared. I think that's important. Is to always keep that in the forefront of your mind, and as you make more memories, that's great. But I think it's important to remember the old memories, and just it's a way to celebrate the relationship. And I think that's important. I think most of us get lost in watching TV every night, watching movies, shows, and we're not really focused on each other. We're more or less just we're there to be entertained, and we're not really have that one-on-one, that connection where we're actually thankful and grateful that we have each other all these years. So I think that's important. Okay, I for I love you deeply. I love you deeply simply means the loving manner of how we communicate the three words I love you to our loved ones. It's saying those words by never taking your partner for granted. Are we just saying them as a normal conversation like the greeting, good morning and good night? Or are we saying the words I love you deeply in a meaningful way? Saying I love you deeply is the loving tone in our voices. It's looking deeply in the eyes of our loved ones and speaking softly in a genuine manner how much we love our partners. Most of us say I love you as a repetitive greeting, like we say good morning and good night. Think about how we say I love you when we are getting ready to end a phone conversation. We say, love you, bye. It's very short and repetitive. And we pretty much say the same thing each time we get off the phone, right? Think about it. I mean, I think about my current husband and all the other relationships I've had in the past, whether it's a boyfriend or ex. And I remember, this is just how we all talk, right? When we get up, when we end the phone when we start the phone conversation, it's either good morning, good afternoon, or good night, right? And then when we hang up the phone, we're getting ready to hang up the phone, we say, love you, bye, right? Very short. And I know we all have very busy schedule, especially if we're at work, we don't have very much time to talk. We just want to make it short and sweet. I get that. But what I am saying here is that when we are not at work, if we're just if your loved one is on a business trip and they're calling in, or if you guys are apart or you're at lunchtime and you have more time to talk, I would encourage all of you to try saying I love you in a deep way, by just slowing down your tone of voice and say it in a heartfelt manner, right? Not just love you bye. Um, Now imagine if it was going to be your last conversation with your loved one. How would saying I love you be different? You see, I experienced this firsthand when my ex-husband, who's my best friend, was battling cancer during the last few months. I visited him every day when he was at the rehab center or hospital. Whenever I was getting ready to leave and go home, I noticed the manner of how I spoke those words were very different because I told him I love him as if each time could be the last time. It was always in the forefront of my mind that I don't know how long he was going to live. I mean, obviously, I always thought positively, and I know he had the will to live, and I stood by him, and I really truly believed with him that he was going to live longer, at least a few years, right? I mean, I really believe that in my heart, but nevertheless, I still, in the forefront of my mind, I didn't know how much time he had, or how much time him and I had as friends. So I told him I love you, as not in a simple greeting manner. I'm sorry. So I didn't lose sight or take for granted the blessing of each day my best friend was alive. I told him I love you as not in a simple greeting manner, but in a loving manner, as if I was declaring my heartfelt love for him like a lover would declare love for the first time. Folks, time is something we can never get back. None of us will live forever. We don't know when our time will be up. Life really is too short. We do need to cherish the time we have here on earth and not take for granted the ones we love dearly. Let's not wait for the end of life to begin expressing our love. Now is the time to begin cherishing our loved ones by saying, I love you deeply. Letter S for speaking deeply. Speaking deeply goes hand in hand with saying, I love you deeply. It's speaking from our hearts by showing and expressing our love and appreciation for our loved ones. None of us know when our time is up. There was a #1 country song from 2004 called Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw. And the meaning of this song is exactly in the title. So speaking deeply is speaking as if your loved one was dying. Now, I know it's not normal for most people to behave or think in this extreme manner, but I challenge and invite all of us to embrace a higher level of love. Imagine if we all changed our thinking and started speaking deeply to our partners. And this is also what I did when I visited my best friend every day. I measured my words carefully and intentionally spoke directly from my heart. I made sure to let my best friend know how much I love and care for him. I didn't take one day for granted and was speaking to him as if it was his last day. I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up talking about this. So I didn't take one day for granted, and I was speaking to him as if it was his last day. And I'm glad I did, because in the afternoon when he passed, I had already visited him earlier that morning. So even though I was on the road when I got the call that he had passed that afternoon and was completely devastated because I wasn't there by his side when he passed, I was so thankful I told him I love you deeply and had spoken to him deeply that morning. Speaking deeply is an important way to cherish your loved one. Okay, H for honoring deeply. Honoring deeply is always treating your partner with high respect and expressing praise and adoration. It's letting your partner know you greatly value who they are and how proud you are of them. Feeling blessed of having them in your life. It's speaking highly of them to others and fiercely protecting their reputation and integrity. It's never allowing anyone or anything to come between your relationship. It's being their biggest fan and cheerleader, always believing in them and supporting their decisions. It's having an attitude of gratitude by viewing and treating them as a unique blessing in your life. Honoring deeply is a powerful way to show you cherish your loved one. In summary, I would like to add that cherishing your loved one is not just a once in a blue moon. It's not just once in a blue moon occasion action. occasional action. It's not just once or twice a year on your anniversary, holiday, or special occasion like Valentine's Day. Cherishing someone you love is something we need to do every day. When we choose someone to love and declare our love for that person, we need to love and to cherish our loved one every day. It's a personal choice we need to consciously make from the moment we wake up in the morning until we retire in the evening to sleep. I just want to stop right here and just say, I know a lot of us, and I'm guilty of it too. When I was previously married, we get caught up in the day to day, right? For those of you who have a family and kids, there's a lot going on, right? You have a busy day, busy schedule. If you both work outside the home, you have kids, you got activities with the kids in school, their homework. Before long, your day is pretty full, and there's really not a lot of time to think about cherishing each other, right? But and so most of us we wait for the special occasions, right? We wait for Valentine's Day, or once in a blue moon if we happen to feel we happen to think about our significant other, we decide to do something special for them once in a while, right? Or on their birthday, or Mother's Day, Father's Day, or holidays. I would like to challenge us to try to keep Cherish in the forefront of our mind every day. Um, I there's a lot of things I would do over again if I could. And so I don't want all of us to wait until the last minute or until something tragically happens or a major event happens for us to reassess where we are, right, in our relationship, or wait till the very end to go the extra mile, to fully express in a deep manner how much we cherish our loved ones. Because if we give our best every day, there won't be regrets, right? Sure, there'll be sadness, which I'm going through right now. But I'll be honest, folks. Like most people, I do have some regrets. And it's never that. And you know what? It's always the regret that you could have loved more, right? If you think about relationships where you've regret that has ended, or someone that you love, cherish very much, and they passed away, you always regret that you wish you could have done more, right? You wish you could have said more, or been more, or love more, right? Or cherish more. So I really believe that if we take the time, we make a conscious decision, all of us right now, to cherish the ones we love, we won't have those kind of regrets, right? We could maybe perhaps look back and just smile and say, I love that person every day of my life. From sunrise to sunset, I gave it all. I and wouldn't that be wonderful if we all were to um would be able to behave that way, and make it just a personal decision to conduct ourselves that way with someone that we love? Wouldn't that just be awesome? Um, I believe the traditional marriage vow is the foundation of what real love is. To love and to cherish is the key to building a successful marriage or relationship that lasts a lifetime. We hear a lot about what love is, but we don't hear too much about what cherish is. We cannot truly love if we cannot truly cherish. The two actions go hand in hand. So let's try to always keep in mind what cherish means and how to cherish someone we love by caring deeply, hugging deeply, enjoying deeply, remembering deeply, saying I love you deeply, speaking deeply, and honoring deeply. If we can remember to always cherish our partners every day, we will have a relationship that lasts a lifetime and a true love that lasts forever. Okay, folks, this is a rather short video, but I do want to say I would probably have more of these kind of videos as I work through my emotions and grieving of my best friend. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you can resonate, please click like and click share. I welcome any comments that you may have. I know some of you may have gone through the passing of a loved one, so please feel free to share your words of encouragement and things that you learned along the way as well. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to respond. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you can be kept updated on all my future upcoming videos. Okay, folks? So I want to say thank you for taking time to watch this video. I wish all of you love and blessings, and may all of you cherish every day of your life with the ones that you love. All right? So until next time, I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.